Hello guys, let's talk about weathering. Weathering refers to the processes whereby the rocks disintegrate into small particles due to the agency of weathering, such as the ice, water, wind, wave, etc. Now the process results from the process of weathering, that is changes in the temperature, frost action, and the rain action. Let's see the types of weathering. There are three main types of weathering. The first one is mechanical weathering, the second one is chemical weathering, and the third one is biological weathering. Let's start with the mechanical weathering. This refers to all the physical weathering. So the type of weathering caused by the changes in temperature. It is common where there are extreme changes in temperature, such as hot deserts, arid and semi-arid regions. Moving on, let's see the types of mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering includes the following. The first one is the exfoliation. And this process occurs due to the temperature change. Now, during the daytime, rocks expand due to the high temperature, and they contract during the night due to the low temperatures. Now, alternate heating and cooling set up powerful internal stress in the top layer of the rocks. Now this stress produces fractures, which causes the outer layer to pull away, leading to the cracking and the disintegration of rocks into the small particles. The other type of mechanical weathering is the frost action. This is common in a temperature regions where the temperature falls up to freezing point. Now when the temperature falls, water collects in the rocks and it freezes. Its volume increases, causing the crack to deepen and widen. Usually it involves the freezing of water in the cracks during the night and the melting during the day in the mountainous areas. Now this action of melting and freezing of water in the cracks causes the rocks to break into angular fragments, which form seals and taros. Now after melting, the cracks deepen further. So this is the other type of mechanical weathering. The other type of weathering is chemical weathering. In chemical weathering involves the decomposition of some of the minerals contained in the rock. Now some rocks decompose when they come into contact with the water or oxygen and the carbon dioxide, two of the gases that make up the air. Now the chemical weathering involves the following processes. The first one is oxidation, whereby this happens when the oxygen combines with the mineral in the rocks. It takes place actively in the rocks containing the iron, when the oxygen combines with the iron to form iron oxides. So that's how oxidation happens at the chemical weathering. The other one is carbonation. This process occurs when the hydrogen carbonate ions react with the mineral to give soluble compounds, which can be carried away in the solution. Now hydrolysis often accompanies this process of carbonation. The other chemical process is the solution. This refers to the dissolution of the mineral with a chemical substance. Rainwater combines with both the atmospheric carbon dioxide and oxygen to form this weak carbonic acid. Now this is the solution. The other type of chemical weathering is hydration. This is the process in which minerals absorb water and swell up, causing internal stress and the fractures of the rocks. The last type of chemical weathering is the hydrolysis, which involves the reaction of hydrogen in water with the certain mineral ions which are in the mineral. Now this gives the rise to the formation of different chemical compounds that can be easily weathered through other weathering processes. Moving on, let's see the biological weathering. Biological weathering, this involves when a plant grows on rocks, their roots penetrate into the rock joints, which later on force the lakes to, which forces the rocks to break apart. Now also man also contributes to this biological weathering as the aquaring and the cultivation and the construction activities. Also macro and microorganisms also disintegrate rocks through the blowing and by the mineralization process. Bacteria, for example, in the presence of air, they break some minerals which are dissolved in the soil And also plants also absorb minerals from the soil by their roots. Now the decayed vegetation produce organic acid which remain in the soil. Yeah, so all these basically are all the processes of the biological weathering. Let's see the significance of weathering. The first one, that it leads to the soil formation, and this occurs due to the processing of the weathering of the rocks. The second one, that it may shape the rocks into attractive features which can lead to the tourist and the tourism activities. The third one, that the process of weathering weakens the rocks, such as they can easily acted upon the agents of erosion. Now this helps to shape the earth and to produce various landforms on the earth. The other one is that when the rocks are weathered, they become weak and hence easy to exploit, which can easily be used later on as for construction. Thank you for listening. That's all in this video.